We got that la 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 like. Pull up straight from Tokyo. You cannot.
Hi guys, it's Kelsey
and Kendra,
and today we did a first impressions on the Prism palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. We got a PR package in sometime last week, and we decided that we want to do this first impressions together on this particular palette because we were so excited to give it a try. And we decided to do two different looks, as you can see, like very different. Kendra decided to go more of the nighttime edgy glam, and I just decided to go for more classic,
like a fall neutral.
Yeah, classic fall makeup,
neutral glam
to me. Look. Yeah, this is like would be a go-to fall look to me.
Like leaf tones.
Yeah, exactly.
And I decided to go for like the jewel tone look just because this palette is very versatile, which you will see in the video.
Very.
And you'll get our thoughts about the formula and the texture and all that good stuff.
So if you guys want to know our thoughts on the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette, then just continue to watch.
Okay, so we already have our brows and our foundation done, so we're just gonna focus on the eyes for the majority of this video. And the foundation that I have on is the Fenty Beauty by Rihanna.
And I'm just wearing the Lancôme 24-hour Teint Idole foundation.
Okay, so this is what the packaging looks like of the Anastasia Prism palette. This is what the back looks like. It just has the actual palette on the back as well with the colors and the name, so it kind of shows you what's inside.
I threw my box away because I was too excited, so this is the palette. When you open it, it's just like a really nice suede packaging, which
very
I like.
luxe.
Yes, very luxe, but the only thing about this suede packaging is that it gets dirty very easily and fast, because the Modern Renaissance palette also has this suede packaging and it gets super dirty.
Yeah, but it's so nice and expensive feeling, so you like the detail that they put into the packaging, so you feel like you get your money's worth.
It's very fall.
Yeah, it does feel very fall.
Yeah, and like the dark suede.
I do like the black.
Of course you do.
I'm obsessed. This is pretty much like a black velvet packaging.
Yeah.
So it feels
I said
like
suede. Yeah, it's more velvet.
Yeah, it's velvet. Sorry,
not suede.
Yes, the Modern Renaissance palette is pretty much the exact same packaging, like the way it feels. So yeah, this is really, really nice.
Okay, so for the colors in the palette, I feel like these colors, I just gashed one. I always do that with my nails, so annoying. But I feel like the colors are very pretty and actually very different and kind of random. Like this lime green color, you would never think this would be
the neon
in a palette.
Yeah,
like this, because the colors are more like neutral tones and like a few other colors.
They have some jewel tones.
Yeah, jewel tone colors, which I think are really pretty. But this, I think it's called Sphere. Like this lime green looks so out of place, but I think it's like a nice touch because it's like unpredictable and you can do whatever you want with that particular color, even though I probably won't be dabbling in that today.
Yeah, but if you're going for something neon, if you want to use it for like Halloween or something, that could be cool.
True. Yeah.
But yeah, this is a nice variety.
Yeah.
It's definitely not a neutral palette, although it has some neutral colors in it. It's just a Prism palette. I feel like it's its own palette, obviously.
I feel like it's a universal palette. I feel like the colors are for girls who like neutral colors, but also for girls who like actually using color. It's like an all-in-one type palette.
It does come with the brush, like all of Anastasia's eyeshadow palettes.
I use all mine that it comes with.
These brushes are actually really good, so please don't throw these away.
Yeah.
So this side is like a nice like blending brush, like a fluffy side, and then this is more of like a flat side that you can use like on your lid or your brow bone. This is like a nice brush to use pretty much anywhere on your eye, I think.
Yeah. See, I already have 3 from her palettes.
Yeah.
So this is just another one that I can just add to the collection. I travel with these because I find it easier to travel with 2-sided brushes like the ones that come in Anastasia's palette, just because you don't have to bring a bunch of brushes with you when you go out of town. So I kind of have an idea of the look I'm going to do. Kind of.
I'm just going in with the shade Unity, which is this third color right here. It's a really neutral yellow tone matte shade, and I'm just kind of like casually sweeping it over the eye. I'm not really doing it fancy just because I'm just trying to set it. And it's a nice shade, a nice lid shade, just really simple matte color. I think it's a necessary shade for this palette. There's so many shimmers that this Unity color makes sense, and I kind of like the name Unity because it brings the colors together.
Yeah. I've never used the actual eyeshadow to set my primer. I just use translucent powder, but
I do it all the time.
But what you just use this color for is probably what it's for, to set maybe eyeshadow primer.
Or like a brow bone shade to complete a look.
Literally, there are no brow bone shades in this palette except
for that
one. I mean, Lucid at the end kind of looks like a brow bone color for somebody that's like way
really
lighter.
pale and who likes glitter.
Yeah, but I'm not really big on like
shimmery brow bone.
Yeah, I don't really like that. Okay, so the first color I'm gonna go in with is Eden, and it's like a really pretty peachy color, which is like a color that I usually go for.
It's like a true peach.
Yeah, like a true peach. It's a color that I usually go for.
It's pretty.
And the crease.
Or it'll be a good like lid color for like a all over like peachy eyeshadow look.
A quick look, like you look like you tried but you didn't.
Yeah, we used just like 2 shadows and done. I'm gonna go in with the color Saturn, which is probably kind of predictable, but this is just the perfect color to go in with when you want to do pretty much anything with all these colors. Eden and Saturn are definitely good transition shades.
Yeah.
So that's what they're meant for, I'm assuming. So Saturn is definitely a good color to go for that as well. So I'm just gonna sweep that in my crease.
The formulation of these, as I'm noticing going into Eden, they're like kind of powdery. Kind of like the Subculture palette, but not as powdery as the Subculture palette, because those were very powdery.
But these are very pigmented so far. The mattes anyway.
And they blend out better to me than the Subculture palette.
Really?
Yeah.
This sounds so bad, but I still haven't used the Subculture palette yet.
You haven't?
No. It just didn't really... I wasn't excited about it. I saw some pretty looks with it, but when you said you wanted to film with it, I'm like, okay, go right ahead, because I don't really care that much. But your look came out really pretty. And I saw like a couple of more that looked good. That were like unique looks, because the palette itself is really unique and different. Yeah. But when I first saw it, I was just like, I don't know. But I was really excited about this Prism palette when I saw people opening it on Snapchat and stuff. So I was like, ooh, that's really pretty. So next, I think I'm going to go in with the color Parallel, which is this second one right here. It's just a nice brown color.
Oh, that's pretty. Well, next I'm going to go in with Saturn, which is the color Kendra used as her transition shade.
It's a nice chocolate brown, but it looks black going on the eye. But in the pan, it's definitely brown. So it goes on darker. So this is a really deep, deep brown. Because there is a black in here. It's called Obsidian. As I'm blending it out, it looks more brown. But when you first place it, I legit thought it was black. So these are very, very blendable. Super easy to blend.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not struggling trying to blend this.
Yeah, me either.
Because some shades, I feel like you have to work a little bit harder. Like certain eyeshadows, depending on the brand, you have to work harder to blend out the colors. Thinking?
Decisions. I'm trying to figure out if I want to put Pyramid on my lid or Eternal.
Those are really pretty.
How about we mix them?
The middle one is pretty too. The Shinx. I probably said that so wrong.
Sphinx.
Sphinx.
I have no clue.
Shinx. I don't know.
Okay, so I'm going to go in with Pyramid. No. I'm going to
make up your mind, Kelsey.
I'm going to take Eternal first on the lid, and then I'm going to go over top of that with Pyramid. Not sure how that's going to look, of course, because, of course, never used this palette before, but pigmented. It's pigmented.
It is.
Yeah. I always test, like, because you know me, I'm a shimmer shadow type girl. I always see how it looks without Fix Plus first to see if it's really good.
Got it. And I'm just going to go in with Obsidian, which is actually the black. Now, this is a nice black.
It's a true black.
Super pigmented, but very blendable also. I'm just going over top of Parallel with that to deepen up the crease. But you definitely want to grab a little bit because this black is very pigmented. So, you don't want to grab too much at first.
No, I think I'm just going to use Pyramid on the inner tear duct.
I know you was going to change your mind.
I don't want to interfere with this pretty Eternal color. It's like a nice bronze with a hint of copper. Perfect for fall, of course. Eternal does have quite a bit of fallout. That's why I always like using Fix Plus, because of fallout. I just don't like dealing with it.
Yeah, it just sticks better.
Yeah. But I was just trying to give this like a full opinion without like using anything else with it. Ooh, Kelsey, girl. My brows.
Hey, that bad?
Yes.
So while I finish my lid, Kelsey's going to tweeze her brows.
Because, girl. By the way, I'm just using some Revlon tweezers that I got from Target. They work so good.
I'm going to be taking the color Throne, the middle color here. Kind of like in a throne position in the palette, right in the middle.
Oh, yeah. It's gorgeous.
I think it's pretty. I would think of it like that. But it's It's this gorgeous like jewel tone bluish teal green color.
Pretty.
It's all those colors in one as I'm looking at it. And when you move the palette like this kinda, it looks like green and blue depending on which way you look at it. So really pretty. There is a blue in here which is the color Osiris, which is like this navy color. That's also really pretty.
Yeah, I like that.
So there is another blue in here, but this one is just more jewel tone, like an emerald almost. So kind of see what that looks like. And yes, these are powdery, but at least they're pigmented. So I'd rather a shadow be powdery than not pigmented at all. Like if I have to keep digging in the product.
True.
So I'd rather it be powdery. Gonna go on the lid with that. But this is pretty. So I'm using just a flat brush right now just to see what the color can do. Because I do like to go for sometimes a fluffier brush like this.
To pack
because
on.
it packs on color better. But to place the color, I like a flat brush like this because I have more control. It's more green when you actually start packing it on.
I was gonna say, is it like true to what you see in the palette?
Pretty much, but when you look at it in the palette,
Ooh.
it has like more.
As I'm looking at it on your eye, it gives you kind of like a mixture of colors. Like in the middle, I see navy, and then on the edge of your eye, I see the teal.
Yeah, that's kind of what you can see in the pan. So it's definitely accurate.
So I have a mixture of colors in one. I feel like the color that you're using, Throne, to me is the most unique color in this entire palette because it has more than one tone in it.
Right.
Everything else is just like one solid color, but that one to me is like, if you look at it up close, it has like different flecks in it. Is that the word? I don't know.
I get what you're
It
saying.
has more than one color in it.
Yeah. This is a nice nighttime shade. It's one of those colors where if you're afraid of color, this is still a pretty color to go for because it's not too crazy. Like you could wear it with like an all black outfit like at night, and like your eyes can be like the statement, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'm still going to go back in with this kind of brush and then pack it on a little bit more in the middle. And I do see more of the blue coming out like Kelsey was saying. I definitely see that.
I like it though. It's pretty.
Yeah, it's a really pretty
It's a
color.
unique color. Kendra's doing, of course, the more unique look today. I'm just doing, I feel like I'm doing a classic fall look with this palette.
Yeah, so Kelsey's doing basically the more practical look that you can go for at any time, you know, and I'm going for the colors that are a little bit more unique just to see how that works also.
Just trying to give you two different kinds of look to see what you can do with this particular palette.
Right. So when my lashes are drying, I'm just going to start on the step that Kelsey's already on, which was concealing and setting my concealer. And by the way, finally got our hands on this Tarte Shape Tape. Bomb. And I'm also cleaning up the eyeshadow. This is the trick if you want to do your face, like your foundation first. It is easier to clean up your eyeshadow if you don't have any face makeup on because you can just wipe it with the wipe. But if you already have on foundation, just use concealer.
Yeah.
This is so neat. This Throne color, looking down at it in the mirror, like as I'm putting on like mascara, it looks blue. But looking in the mirror, it looks green. So it's exactly what we said it was, a blue-green.
Yep.
But definitely a jewel tone, really pretty.
Yeah.
So lashes are on. I'm just going to finish the rest of my eyes while Kelsey's finishing up her last lash.
Sorry. When I use a new glue, it seems like it takes longer to get tacky. That's why I kind of like when my lash glue gets kind of old. That might sound kind of weird,
Kind of
but
like mascara. Mascara works better when
yeah,
it's a little older.
when it's a little older, yeah, it just sticks faster.
So I'm just applying some eyeliner. This is the Makeup Forever. What is this? Aqua XL eye pencil.
Oh, you do your liner first?
And then I do the shadow underneath.
Interesting. I do my shadow under my lower lash line first, and then I do eyeliner. And the eyeliner that I'm going to use is from Maybelline. It's the Maybelline Lasting Drama Waterproof Gel Pencil, which is a very good eyeliner, by the way. I just started using it from a packaged Maybelline tint, but drugstore usually always has like really good like eyeliners and mascaras.
So I'm just going to go in with Parallel underneath my lash line.
I'm just gonna do Eden and Saturn. Eden is so pretty. It's like the perfect peachy color. I can see me using Eden when summertime rolls around too. It's like a universal color.
Yeah, it is.
It's like really pretty and soft.
Then I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Obsidian.
Oh, I'm like, what is that again? What is the black one?
And then underneath both of those, I'm gonna go in with Saturn, which was the nice red-orange color. Saturn is very similar to Red Ochre. No, not Red Ochre. What's the other one? Rilger in the Renaissance palette is very similar to that color.
Some other one I kept calling Real Gap for the longest time.
Yes, and I was like, what is that?
I thought the R was a P, but I was looking at it wrong.
I'm just gonna go in with some translucent powder underneath my eye so I don't look too raccoony, because it can get really harsh if you don't like clean it up, because I don't want to look like a raccoon.
I'm just dragging mine down a little bit lower just because I want this look to be like blown out, so that's why I'm going kind of low on the lower lash line with these two colors, just because this look is like so neutral. I'm just going to blend out the liner that I put on so it doesn't look too harsh. So I'm just going to pop Eternal, the color that Kelsey's wearing on her lid, in my inner corner. Eternal is very pigmented. Like, I feel like it's kind of like going into a pigment almost. Yeah, it's pigmented, but it has a lot of fallout, so be careful. That makes sense because most actual pigments have fallout, and this feels like a pressed pigment. Like as I'm putting my brush in it. I'm just putting a little bit of Pyramid in my inner tear duct. This may sound kind of weird, but Pyramid looks like it has a little bit of yellow in it. Yeah. It's not weird because I see it too. You see it? Mm-hmm. Like going on my eye just looks like a shimmery yellow color. So like gold, but more like Trophy yellow. Wife. Kind of, yeah. Like Fenty Beauty's highlight and Trophy Wife. This is very similar. Yeah. To that. Yeah. It also has a little bit of lime in it too. I told Kendra it kind of looks like lemon lime going on my eyes. I'm getting hints of both. Yeah, so it's complementary to the Sphere color, which is highlighter. Like straight up highlighter. Like lime green yellow. Oh, I thought you meant like highlighter on your cheek. No, like highlighter that you use to like take notes or something. Like, oh, that's neon. Yeah, neon, like that kind of highlighter. Got it. That's what it looks like. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. Might have to challenge myself with that one. I'm just going with the Anastasia theme. This is the Sundipped palette, and I'm just putting on bronzed on the high points of my cheeks. I just use my KKW Beauty highlighter because when I don't feel like grabbing bronzer and highlighter, I just pick that up because it has both in it already. So I'm just going to be using one of the new lip colors that came in the PR package with the Prism palette, and it's in the color Bitter Sweet. And it's just a really pretty mauve color, like a mauve rose tone shade, which I am going to be using with the brown lip liner because I just know I'm not really going to like this by itself. I'll put it on by itself, but I know I'm just going to go back over with some brown lip liner. This came in a set of 3, so this is one of the 3 minis that it came with. But the other 2 colors I'm giving away. I don't remember the name of the colors, but they were very pretty too. But I just decided to give those away. So I just added them to our giveaway stash. Oh, this is actually pretty by itself. I'm still going to go back in with some brown lip liner. I'm just going to put on Ashton first. From Anastasia, obviously. This is my favorite color from Anastasia. Out of all the lip colors. And I'm going to put a tad bit of Exposed in the middle. From Kylie Cosmetics. Okay, so we're done. We finally finished, even though we were kind of like on different steps at different times. Yeah, that's just. But we kind of finished at the end and came together with the pretty lip color. Yours is really pretty. Thanks. I like that color. But yeah, this is the look that we both did with the palette. We both highly recommend it. It's a really good palette if you're looking for something with some color and with really pretty neutrals in it. Yeah. What I did notice when I use the shimmer colors, they feel more like pigments, especially the Eternal color and the Pyramid color that Kelsey used. She said she felt like the same texture that I felt, and they feel like pressed pigments. Which is why they had so much more fallout. Yeah. And the matte colors that we use are very blendable, super pigmented. So these are really nice. Nice formula, powdery but not too powdery. And the brush that came with it is really good if you want to use that. Yes.
So this brush is really good. This blends out really, really nicely. So super, super soft. So you can just use what comes with it.
Yeah, you can. Because even the other end, like the part that I use like on my lower lash line, you can even use that to pick up some shimmery colors and put on your lid. So this double-ended brush is kind of like an all-in-one.
That's what I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
And I actually use this side of the brush as well in my crease to apply the black, if you guys saw that. So I placed the black color in my crease with this because you have more control, and the side of it kind of gives you like a nice shape. So I really like it. So depending on how you use it, you can pretty much use it for anything on your eyes.
Yeah.
Really, really good. Obviously, we can't really say how all the colors worked, but I did like swatch some on my finger, and they're all pretty pigmented when you swatch them on your finger. So overall, I think this is a really good palette, and I think you could get a lot of use out of it, especially with the matte shades.
Yeah.
Like you could pretty much do an everyday look with these matte shades, and if you want to glam it up, you can do the shimmer shades.
Yeah.
So it's a overall really good palette, so you can pretty much do it all with this. And I like that they added this Unity shade just to give the palette a more practical use. Like you can use it for a more practical day and not just going out or something, you know, that's a special occasion.
Yeah.
Because these jewel tones are very much kind of like holiday, which makes sense that it's coming out, that it came out during the colder months because it's fall now.
Yeah.
So I highly recommend that you get your hands on it. It is on Sephora right now, but it is limited edition, so it's not going to be out forever. So if you guys want this palette, we will have it linked below so you can get it.
Yeah, everything she said I recommended as well. Although Anastasia still has not impressed me as much since she came out with the Modern Renaissance palette. That's still my #1 Anastasia palette.
My number 1.
And I really like
this. Is number 2 to me though.
This is right behind that. I'm not gonna lie, even though the Makeup by Mario palette was bomb.
It was limited edition though, so.
Well, yeah, that's true. But the Modern Renaissance to me,
and it's permanent. It's not limited edition Renaissance.
Yeah, Modern Renaissance to me is still like her best one, which I'm glad she made that permanent because everybody can still get their hands on it. But this is right behind that to me.
But the packaging is also really gorgeous. I love the black, so it's gonna take a little longer to get this one dirty than the Modern Renaissance palette did because that got dirty really quick. This is black, so I don't think it'll get dirty as fast.
You can see everything on black velvet though.
Think so?
Yeah.
Oh. But I'm just obsessed with the black velvet, so. This is a really good palette, really well made, and it's worth every penny.
So yeah, if you're looking to get your hands on a unique yet practical palette, then this is the one that you want to go for. Yes. It's like 2 in 1. So yeah, those are our thoughts on the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette. We hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see y'all next time.
Yeah.